So everybody's talking about vibe coding, and vibe coding seems pretty cool, but is it all what it is chalked up to be? Basically, people are talking online about Twitter and on Instagram talking about vibe coding, which is a way that you use AI to program the apps that you want, and you're using it to, create at least 80 to 100% of the app, all just with code. These apps are basically 100% AI made, and this is coming from these one-off builders that built entire apps just with AI, where it's this person who built this flight simulator that's making like $50,000 to $80,000 a month, which is crazy, and it's one shot. They built it with AI within, I think, 30 minutes, or I guess 30 seconds if it's just one shot, and they were able to build a whole entire app. I think that's freaking insane. I think they were also able to have other people who built different type of games, or is this one game right here that's shooting paintballs against the wall and able to create realistic physics, and people can actually play this game right now. Of course, people are already doing the snake game, where it's like people who use the traditional snake game where you go ahead and have a snake who's eating these blocks and makes it bigger, and you keep it going and going until, you bite yourself or you run into a wall. But people are having different variations where there's like multiple snakes and you have to be able to become the bigger snake in order to win. And there's other factors involved. People are making like Pac-Man games, and even this person who made this punching simulator where it counts the number of punches that you have, and if you do it in a number of time limit. People also have this Flappy Bird simulator where you get to flap your arms, and you flapping your arms is having the bird flap its wings, which is a pretty cool take on Flappy Birds. There's people making interactive Tetris games that are a different play on an already existing model, but that's common. Most people do have existing games that they have their own take on. There's side scrollers that's like Mario, Zelda, just different types of games like Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong. There's even a competition that's ends next Friday for vibe coders who will let you make 80% of the game and you can enter to win a prize. And the person who made the Doom game is actually one of the judges. But people aren't talking about all the issues that come with vibe coding, where there's this post that says, I'm charging $1,000 an hour to fix your vibe coded mess. Basically, it was this person who said that they made a SaaS with cursor and they have zero handwritten code. They say AI is no longer just an assistant. It also the builder. Now you can continue to whine about it or start building. P.S. Yes, people pay for it. And then now, the second post said that, guys, I'm under attack. Ever since I started to share how I built my SaaS using Cursor, random things are happening. Maxed out usage of its API keys, people bypassing the subscription, creating random stuff on their database. As you know, they said that they're not technical, so it's taking this person longer to figure it out. For now, they said they're going to stop sharing, which is kind of funny because this kind of goes against the whole vibe where people are trying to make these AI apps that have zero expertise, and then things break. AI is not perfect. Even AI itself hallucinates. In some cases, it can be as extreme as 30 to 40% accurate. That means it's like 60 to 70%, and some use cases are hallucinations. We've seen just different use cases where people use AI and the AI doesn't even do what is prompted. That does something totally different instead of what is being asked of it. There's even test cases where people try to prompt AI and test it, and it will do things that are not in line with the user. This is these edge cases, but these things do happen where AI goes rogue and does its own thing. And these mistakes can be costly. Imagine trying to make your own app that's dealing with people's personal information, medical information, social security numbers, or financial information. It's going to be a huge deal in the future if vibe coding happens. So I'm not sure if vibe coding is the future, but I think it's a good way to prototype and get people interested into tech and get their hands dirty. But we shall see how this works out. With that being said, your boy Dex Not Dexter, out.